afternoon. It would be. Good morning. There we go. I am Big Joe, your storyteller, and we were going to tell you some stories. I have a story about a wolf. I have a story about a spider. I have a story about possibly a dragon. We'll see. And then our last story, I have a story about Mother's Day, because in a few days it's going to be Mother's Day. And I have a story about the perfect gift that you could give to your mom. And it doesn't have to be for Mother's Day. It could be any day of the year. It's just the perfect gift. So we will begin the story from the beginning, which is always a place to go. All right, now, here we go. Our very first story is a story called The Sheepish Wolf. It's a story about spring because it is kind of springy. The weather's been okay. This is my wolf. Hey, everybody, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Good day, good day, good day. Hi there. How you doing? How you doing? Hello, 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 hello. Once upon a time, there was a wolf named Lester. Yep. And Lester wanted to catch a sheep because Lester wanted to eat a sheep because wolves eat sheep. We do. They do. And he read in his book of how to catch a sheep. It said the first thing you need to do is to make a sheepskin so you will look like a sheep. Then you need to work on sounding like a sheep. Then you need to start acting like a sheep. Then you stay in the meadow, and when the sheep get closer, you catch a sheep, and then you eat a sheep. And so Lester got to work. He made himself a sheepskin so he would look like a sheep. Check that out. Right there. And then he worked on sounding like a sheep. You ready? Yeah. Blah. No, it's not blah. It's ba. Wah. No. It's not wah. It's ba. Ma. Nope. Pa. Nope. Ga. Nope. Blah. Nope. Burp. No burping. There is no burping. Not in the show. No burping today. Blah. Nope. Wah. Nope. Pa. Nope. Burp. No burping. What did I just say? There is no burping. These are nice people. We do not want to embarrass ourselves in front of the nice people. Sorry. It's ba. Wah. It's ba. Ba. Oh, there it is. Ba, 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 ba. And then he worked on acting like a sheep. He skipped through the meadows. Skip. He rolled in the grass. Rolly. He lay out in the sun. And he ate the pink flowers. Nem, 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 nem. 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 Well, he practiced every day, and he started to have fun. And after a while, Lester had so much fun that Lester didn't want to catch a sheep. Lester didn't want to eat a sheep. Lester wanted to be a sheep. And he spent his time being a sheep. Ba, 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 ba. Well, one day, a sheep named Sherman came to go and eat some grass. Hang on 1 second. There it is. And he came to go and eat some grass. And he looked across the meadow and he saw Lester. And Sherman said, "That's a funny looking sheep." And he went over to him. He said, "Hey, how you doing? My name is Sherman." He said, "Oh, hi, I'm Lester." He said, "Oh, no, you're a wolf." Ah! I said, wait. He said, "Don't run away." He said, "I don't want to eat you." I said, "You don't?" He said, "No, man, I don't want to eat a sheep. I want to be a sheep." I said, "You do?" Said, "Yeah, being a sheep is really cool. I want to be a sheep." Well, Sherman thought that was pretty neat. So they spent their day playing together. They skipped through the meadow. Skip. They rolled in the grass. Rolly. Poof! Ow. They lay out in the sun and they ate the pink flowers. Nem, 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 nem. 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 Ahem. What? Those aren't flowers. That's my hair. What? That's my hair. Nem, 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 nem. Stop it! Don't eat my hair. It's ridiculous. Nem, 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 nem. Will you please stop it? Well, they had lots of fun. At the end of the day, Sherman said, "You know what? I'd love for you to meet my mom and dad." And Lester said, "That would be great." And so he took him home to meet his mom and dad. When he got home, he said, "Mom, Dad, I made a new friend. His name is Lester, and he is awesome." And they said, "Oh, that's so wonderful. We would love to meet him." He said, "Well, he's right outside." They went outside, and they saw Lester, and they said, "That's a funny-looking sheep." They said, "Oh, hello, Lester." And Lester said, "Oh, hello." They said, "Oh, no. You're a wolf." They said, "Get out." They said, "You get out of here right now. You get out and don't come back." And Lester left. And Sherman said, "But Mom," they said, "No, he's a wolf and wolves eat sheep. You need to stay far away from him. We don't want you to play with that wolf ever again." And Sherman was very sad. Well, the next day, Sherman went out to go and eat some grass. And he looked across the meadow and he saw Lester. And he wanted to go and play with Lester, but his mom and dad told him not to. And he always listened to his mom and his dad, like all of you should. Well, as he was eating the grass, he heard a very strange noise. He looked around, couldn't figure it out. Then he heard it again. And something was coming. Now wolves eat sheep, but so do foxes. And the fox came out and saw Sherman and licked his lips. Because he wanted a nice juicy sheep for his dinner. And the fox got closer and closer and closer. And Sherman yelled, "Help, help, help." And Lester said, "Hey, that's Sherman." And he ran to go and help him. He ran and ran and ran and ran and ran. And he came to the grass and he saw the fox. And Lester gave a great big growl. Rah! And the fox went and ran away. Well, Sherman said, "Hey, thank you very much. You saved me." He said, "No problem, buddy." And he ran to go tell his mom and dad how Lester had saved him. And they said, "You know what? Maybe we've been all wrong about that, Wolf." They said, "Sherman, you could play with Lester." And Sherman was very happy. And he ran to go tell Lester the good news, and Lester was even happier. And they spent their days playing together. They skipped through the meadows. Skip, 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 skip. They rolled in the grass. Rolly, 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 rolly. Oof! Ow. They lay out in the sun. And they ate the pink flowers. Nem, 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 nem. 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 Ahem. Boys, yes, there are no flowers up there. That's my hair. What? That's my hair. Sorry. Ew. Ew. Well, Sherman had lots of friends, but his best friend, his very, very best friend, was Lester, the sheepish wolf. And that is the end. There we go. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, story number 2. Our next story is a story about food because, well, I'm hungry. I'm always kind of hungry. I want some food. But I'm going to tell you a story from Africa. It's a story called Anansi the Spider and the Strange Green Rock. I'll tell it to you. Now, once upon a time, now Anansi, by the way, I forgot to introduce him. Hello. Anansi is a trickster. He loves to play tricks. He plays lots of sneaky tricks. He's very sneaky and very silly. And in African folk tales, there are lots of stories about Anansi. And this story is called Anansi and the Strange Green Rock. Once upon a time, Anansi the Spider was walking through the jungle, and he came across something he had never seen before. It was a green rock. And the rock was big and green and shiny and weird. And Anansi scratched his head and he said, "My, what a strange green rock." When he said those words, he fell into a deep, dark sleep. He slept and he slept for a whole hour. And when he woke up, he was a little bit confused. He said, "Hey, what just happened? I remember walking through the jungle. I came across this rock. I said, 'What a strange green rock.'" When he said those words again, he fell into a deep, dark sleep. Well, he woke up an hour later and he said, "Aha, I get it. This must be a magic rock. And anytime you say the words, 'what a ha,' you fall into a deep, dark sleep. So you know what? I'm going to use this rock and play some tricks on the animals." And so he ran and ran and ran through the jungle until he came across a very good smell. Ooh. And he looked into Lion's window, and Lion was sitting there with a great big pizza. Now raise your hand if you like pizzas. Anybody like pizza? Anybody like pizza out there? Oh my God. Oh, wow. Whoa, a lot of friends like pizza. Lots of friends like the pizza. Well, put your hands on down. Let me tell you, so did Anansi. He really loved that pizza. And so he went over to Lion. He said, "Oh, Lion, I saw something very strange in the jungle today." Lion said, "Very strange? You saw something very strange?" He said, "Yes. Would you like to go and see it?" Lion said, "Yeah, I like very strange things." He said, "Well then, let's go." He took Lion to the middle of the jungle where the rock was. And he got there. He said, "Oh, Lion, look, there it is." And Lion said, "Wow, what a strange green rock." And when he said those words, he fell into a deep, dark sleep. And while Lion was asleep, Anansi ran and ran to the jungle. He went to Lion's house. He stole Lion's pizza and brought it to his house. When Lion woke up an hour later, he was a little bit confused. And when he got to his house and saw that his pizza was gone, Lion was sad. But Anansi was very happy because the trick worked well. And so he ran and ran through the jungle until he came across an even better smell. Ooh. And he looked into Hippo's window, and Hippo was sitting there with a great big plate of chicken nuggets. Now raise your hand if you like chicken nuggets. Anybody like chicken nuggets? Oh my goodness. Wow, lots of friends like chicken nuggets, don't they? Yes, indeed. Well, put your hands on down. Let me tell you, so did Anansi. He went on over and he said, "Oh, Hippo, I saw something very strange in the jungle today." Hippo said, "Very strange? You saw something very strange?" He said, "Yes, would you like to go and see it?" Hippo said, "Yeah, I like very strange things." He said, "Well then, let's go." And he took Hippo to the middle of the jungle where the rock was. And he got there, he said, "Oh, Hippo, look, there it is." And Hippo said, "Wow, what a strange green rock." When he said those words, he fell into a deep, dark sleep. And while he was sleeping, Anansi ran and ran to Hippo's house. He stole Hippo's chicken nuggets and brought it to his house. And when Hippo woke up an hour later, he was a little bit confused. And he got to his house and saw that his chicken nuggets are gone. Hippo was sad. But Anansi was very happy because the trick worked well. And so he played it again. He ran and ran through the jungle until he came across a very good smell. And he looked into Elephant's window. An elephant was sitting there with a great big chocolate cake. Now raise your hand if you like chocolate cake. Anybody like chocolate cake out there? Anybody? Oh, look at that. I like chocolate cake so much, I'll put 2 hands up. That's how much I like chocolate cake. Oh, look at all the friends that like the chocolate cake so much. They love the chocolate cake. It is a good thing to love. You love the chocolate cake. That's very good. Look at all the hands up. Well, put your hands on down. Let me tell you, so did Anansi. He really wanted that chocolate cake. So he went over to Elephant. He said, "Oh, Elephant, I saw something very strange in the jungle today." Elephant said, "Very strange? You saw something very strange?" He said, "Yes, would you like to go and see it?" Elephant said, "Yeah, I like very strange things." He said, "Well then, let's go." He took Elephant to the middle of the jungle where the rock was. And he got there, he said, "Oh, Elephant, look, there it is." Elephant said, "Wow, what a strange green rock." When he said those words, he fell into a deep, dark sleep. While he was sleeping, Anansi ran and ran into the jungle. He's into Elephant's house, stole Elephant's chocolate cake, and brought it to his house. When Elephant woke up an hour later, he was a little bit confused. And he got to his house and saw that his chocolate cake was gone. Elephant was sad. But Anansi was very happy because the trick worked well. And he kept on playing it. He played it on just about everybody. He played it on tiger. He played it on rhino. He played it on giraffe. He played it on just about everybody. But there was somebody he didn't play it on. And that was Monkey. And Monkey had been sitting up in his tree. And Monkey saw what Anansi was doing with that rock. And he said, "Hey, that's not very nice, you know. Somebody has to teach that little spider a lesson about stealing." Mm-hmm. And so Monkey climbed his tree and grabbed a great big bushel of bananas. And he brought them down. And he was sitting there with the bananas. And Anansi smelled those bananas and came rushing on over. And he said, "Oh, Monkey, I saw something very strange in the jungle today." And Monkey said, "Very strange? You saw something very strange?" He said, "Yes, would like to go and see it." And Monkey said, "Yeah, I like very strange things." He said, "Well then, let's go." He took Monkey to the middle of the jungle where the rock was. And he got there. He said, "Oh, Monkey, look, there it is." And Monkey said, "I don't see anything." He said, "Look, right there." He said, "There's nothing there." He said, "Yes, look, right there." "Up there?" "No, not up there. Look. Right over there." "Back there?" "No, not back there. Look, right over there." "Down there?" "Not down there. Look, right over there." "Up there?" "Not up there. Look, right over there." "Back there?" "Not back there. Look, right over there." "Up there?" "Not up there. Look, right over there." So there's nothing there. He said, "Yes, look, right there." So there's nothing there. He said, "Yes, there is. Look, it's a strange green rock." And when Anansi said those words, he fell into a deep, dark sleep. Well, while he slept, Monkey ran to all the animals' houses, told them what Anansi was doing with that rock, and they went to his house to take their food back. Well, when Anansi woke up an hour later, he was a little bit confused. And he got to his house, there all the animals waiting for him, and boy, were they mad. And Anansi ran. He ran and found a place to hide. And from that day on, he never stole from anyone ever again, and he never went near the strange green rock. And that is the end. All right, on to our next tale, my loves. Here we go. We're going to give you something big. Okay, I have a story with something very, very big. And it is a puppet that I have not taken out in a very long time. Hold on, I have to go down into the studio and get it. Be right back. Be right back. There we go. It is a story about a dragon. And then after this dragon story, I'm going to tell you one more story about Mother's Day, about a perfect gift that you can give to your mom, whether it's Mother's Day or any day of the year. How about that? So this story is called The Baby Dragon. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Joe. And Joe lived in a great big kingdom. And he had a mom and a dad. He didn't have any brothers and sisters. He also didn't have a pet. He really wanted a pet. He didn't have a dog or a cat or a bird or a fish or anything like that. And he really wanted a pet. And he said to his mom and dad, I really want a pet. And they said, don't worry, someday we'll get you a pet. And he said, okay. Well, one day, Joe was going for a walk through the woods. He was having a good time, enjoying the wonderful day. And all of a sudden, he heard a strange noise. Looked around, didn't know where it was coming from. Then he heard it again. And there were some bushes. And he pulled apart the bushes and looked through, and there inside was a little baby dragon. Hello. He was very cute. He had a cute little belly. He had cute little wings, a cute little tail, and a cute little tongue. Hello. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello. He was very cute. And Joe looked around. He said, where's your mom? Where's your dad? But he couldn't find him. He said, you must be all alone. He said, you know what? I'm going to keep you for a pet. And the dragon was so happy, he opened his mouth and gave Joe a great big dragon kiss. Ooh, I was kissed by a dragon. Well, he took that dragon and brought it back to his house. And he said, Mom, Dad, I found something. I want to make it my pet. And they said, oh, that's nice. What is it? A dog, a cat, a bird? He said, oh, no, look. They saw the dragon and they said, oh, no, 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 no. You cannot have a dragon in this house. No way, no how. You get that dragon out of here right now. He said, but please, please look at him. He's so cute. He's so nice. He's so wonderful. They said, no, we need to get him out. They said, please. Well, Joe's mom and dad loved him very much. And they said, all right. You can keep that dragon for a pet as long as he's not any trouble. And Joe smiled. And from that day on, he had his very own pet dragon. Yep. And they had lots of fun together. They played together. They had good times together. They ate food together. And every time Dragon saw him, he would give Joe a great big dragon kiss. Well, time went by and the dragon started to get a little bit bigger. And when he did, he started to get a little more hungry. And when he got hungry, he started to eat lots of things. At dinner time, he would eat his own dinner. Nom, 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 nom. And sometimes he'd eat Joe's dinner. Nom, 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 nom. Sometimes he'd eat Joe's mom's and dad's dinner too. Nom, 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 nom. And he would always get bitey because he was always teething. And sometimes he would bite Joe's dad's nose.
Ow, that's my nose. That's my nose. I'm sorry. I have a dragon on my nose. I don't know why. Ow, ow, ow. Sorry, very sorry. This is really a weird part of the show. Ow, 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 ow.
Ooh, don't do that. And Joe's mom and dad said, oh no, we cannot have a dragon in this house eating all the food. That dragon has got to go. But Joe said, please, please let me keep him. And they said, okay, fine, you can keep him. And so they played together. They had good times together. They ate food together. And every time the dragon saw him, he gave Joe a great big dragon kiss. Amp, amp, amp. Well, time went by, and the dragon learned to do what other dragons learned to do. He learned to fly. Look at those wings. He started to fly a little bit, then a little bit more, and soon he was flying all over the house. And having a flying dragon was pretty fun for a little while, but then it got to be trouble. One time the dragon hit into the lamp, crunch. Ooh. One time he broke a window, crash. Ooh. One time he hit right into Joe's dad's head, plink. Ow. Careful. Don't do it again. Ow. And Joe's mom and dad said, oh, no, 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 no. Certainly not. Having a dragon in this house doing that, flying around, we cannot have that. That dragon has got to go. He said, but please, please, I love my dragon. They said, all right, fine. You could keep him for a pet. And so they had fun together. They played together. He gave him good food to eat. And every time the dragon saw him, he gave Joe a great big dragon kiss. Amp, amp, amp. Well, time went by, and this is the dangerous part of the story, my friends. Time went by, and the dragon learned to do what other dragons learned to do. He learned to breathe fire. Fire, 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 fire. Hey. Oh, goodness. The studio was almost on fire there. Don't do that again. But he would keep breathing fire. Fire, more fire, more fire. Oh, thank goodness. Whew, 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 my goodness. Well, having a fire-breathing dragon got to be trouble. One time the dragon burnt down the curtains. One time the dragon burnt the chair. And one time he burnt Joe's dad's head. Ow, fire. There we go. Whew, got rid of that. Well, Joe's mom and dad said, oh no, certainly not. Certainly not. We cannot have a fire-breathing dragon in this house. You tell that dragon he has got to go. And Joe was very sad. And he went to tell the dragon. He said, dragon, mom and dad said you have to leave because it's too dangerous. And dragon was very sad. He gave Joe a kiss and headed off. Well, he flew away, and Joe was very sad. And his mom and dad said, there, we'll get you a new pet someday. And he said, I don't want a new pet. I just want my dragon. And he was very sad. Well, time went by, and Joe grew up from a little boy into a great big man. And when he became a man, he got a job working for the king. And his job was to take things from one end of the kingdom to the other. And one day he was heading to work. And as he was going there, he went through the forest, and he heard a very strange noise. And a snarl. And a growl. And the trees, very good, very good. And the trees started to move, and the ground started to shake. And out came a great, big dragon. The dragon towered above the trees. And he had a great, big, mean face. And he came through the trees and looked at Joe and licked his lips. And he went on over to him and he snarled and growled. And Joe didn't know what to do. He was so scared. That dragon was so big. The dragon got closer and closer and closer and closer. And when he was really close, the dragon went, amp, 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 and gave Joe a great big dragon kiss. It was Joe's baby dragon all grown up, and he was huge. And Joe gave him a hug. He said, I'm so happy to see you. And the dragon was happy to see him too. And they had a lot of fun. Well, he took him back to his house, and he made a house right next to his, so that way the dragon could live right next door. And from that day on, they had a lot of fun together. They played together. He gave him good food to eat. I had to give him a lot of food because he was big. And every time the dragon saw him, he gave Joe a great big dragon kiss. Amp, amp, amp. And that is the end. All right. Now our last story, thank you. Our last story is a story about Mother's Day. And you're all going to help me out with this, okay? Whenever you're watching this video, you're going to help me out, okay? Here's what we're going to do. This story is called The Perfect Gift. And you're all going to help me, okay? Once upon a time, there's a little girl named Maria. And Maria wanted to get her mom a gift for Mother's Day. But she didn't want to just get her any gift. She wanted to get her the perfect gift. And so she sat and she thought about what would be the perfect gift. But she couldn't figure it out. So she decided to go out for a walk. Now, you guys can help me walk by going like this, right on your knees. Right on your legs or knees, go just like this. There we go. Very good. And she walked, 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 and she walked. Well, she walked and she walked till she came across a duck. Now, what does a duck sound like? Everybody go quack like a duck. Ready? Quack, 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 quack. Very good. And she said, excuse me, duck, but I'm looking for a gift for my mom. Do you know of a gift I could give her? And the duck said, sure. Maybe you could give her some of my feathers. That way your mom can use it to stuff a nice pillow to rest her head. That would be wonderful. Well, Maria said, well, that's a good gift, but it's not the perfect gift. I need to find my mom the perfect gift. And the duck said, can I come and help you look? And Maria said, sure. So Maria and the duck headed down the road. Let's go down the road. Here we go. And she walked, 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 and she walked. Well, she walked and she walked till she came across a cow. Now, what does a cow sound like? Let's do a cow. Ready? Very good. And she said, excuse me, cow, but I'm looking for a gift for my mom. Do you know of a gift I could give her? And the cow said, sure. Maybe you could give her some of my milk. That way your mom can have a nice cold glass of milk to drink and maybe even make some ice cream. Well, Maria said, well, that's a good gift, but it's not the perfect gift. I need to find my mom the perfect gift. And the duck said, and the cow said, can I come and help you look? And Maria said, sure. So Maria and the cow and the duck headed down the road. Let's go down the road. Here we go. And they walked, 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 and they walked. Well, they walked and they walked till they came across a beehive. And there were a whole bunch of bees flying around. And you could go do the bees by going like this. Ready? Very good, friend. Very good. And she said, excuse me, bees, but I'm looking for a gift for my mom. Do you know a gift I could give her? And the bee said, sure. Maybe you can give her some of our honey. That way your mom can make some nice sweet cakes for dessert. That would be delicious. So Maria said, well, that's a good gift, but it's not the perfect gift. I need to find my mom the perfect gift. And the bee said, can we come and help you look? And Maria said, sure. So Maria and the bees and the cow and the duck headed down the road. Let's go down the road. Here we go. And they walked, 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 and they walked. Well, they walked and they walked till they came across a chicken. Now, here's how you can do a chicken. Go like this and go, buck, 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 buck. Buck, 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 buck. Very good, very good. And she said, excuse me, chicken, but I'm looking for a gift for my mom. Do you know of a gift I could give her? And the chicken said, sure. Maybe you could give her some of my eggs. That way your mom can make a nice breakfast for Mother's Day. That would be wonderful. Well, Maria said, well, that's a good gift, but it's not the perfect gift. I need to find my mom the perfect gift. And the chicken said, can I come and help you look? And Maria said, sure. So Maria and the chicken and the bees and the cow and the duck headed down the road. Let's go. Here we go. And they walked, 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 and they walked. And you know what? She couldn't figure out anything. And so she sat down on a rock and she was very sad. Well, along came a frog. Now, what does a frog sound like? Everybody go, rabbit, 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 rabbit. And the frog said, hey, you look kind of sad. How come you're so sad? Well, Maria said, well, I'm looking for a gift for my mom, but I don't want to just find any gift. I need to find the perfect gift. And the frog said, I know the perfect gift you could give to your mom. She said, you do? I said, yeah, I'll tell you. And so Maria leaned down and the frog whispered something into her ear and she said, oh, that's it. And she didn't walk. She ran all the way home. Now let's run by going like this. Here we go. And she ran, 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 and she ran. Very good running. Very good. And she ran, 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 and she ran. Well, when she got home, she saw her mom and she said, Mom, I have a gift for you for Mother's Day. And her mom said, what is it? And Maria said, guess. She said, is it some feathers so I can make a nice pillow to rest my head? And Maria said, no. She said, is it some milk so I can have a nice cold glass of milk to drink and maybe even make some ice cream? And Maria said, no. She said, is it some honey so we can make some nice sweet cakes for dessert? And Maria said, no. She said, is it some eggs so we can make a nice breakfast for Mother's Day? And Maria said, no. She said, well, then what is it? Maria opened her arms really wide. Everybody open your arms really wide like that. Everybody open up your arms like that. Very good, very good. And she gave her mom a great big hug. Oh, look at that. And her mom said, oh, that is the perfect gift. And Maria smiled a big smile. Let me see your big smiles. There we go. Because she knew that she gave her mom the perfect gift. And that is the end. Everybody give yourselves a great big hand for listening to all the stories in my show today. Thank you all very much. You guys did a wonderful job. And thank you for being here and hearing my stories. Everyone have a wonderful time. And I'll see you all next time. I was Big Joe. Have a great and wonderful day. All right, my friends. Thank you very much and have a good day. Goodbye, everybody. All right.